Hello, Bob. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you, Doc. How are you?
I'm fine, very fine, with a change of season. Looking forward to the summer. So what brings you here today?
Oh, it's my knees again, Doc. I've been having a bit of problem with them. They're just, not so good. So I went to the orthopaedic surgeon, Dr. Martin, and she said to me that she'll put me on the waiting list for a knee replacement. But it's going to be a long wait. So until then, I just asked if there's anything I can do or can get to make it feel a bit better. She said I should come and see my GP, so that's why I'm here to see you, just to try and see if there's anything you can give me,
Well, as you know, all the management for the pain, we have already addressed that for now, but has the specialist spoken about your weight a little bit? Did you make the relationship between your weight and how your knees have to work harder for that?
Yeah, that did come up, and I know I've probably put on about 10 kilos in recent times.
Because you haven't been able to exercise.
Yeah, it's sort of like, normally when I was, packing on a bit of the weight, I'd go off and have a round of golf or, get out in the garden, do some mowing and stuff, and, it's winter's finishing and spring's coming on, should be out there doing stuff in the garden, but I just can't do it. The knees are just too sore and I just haven't done any exercise.
Okay, so that makes a big difference in your weight. So as you probably know, exercise is the energy that you expend, which allows you to burn any excess energy. And then we have the energy coming in through our food and through our diet, yes?
Yeah, look, I know in the past, if I'd exercised, the weight would go away, but it's just not happening. So nothing I do is budging it, and I just want to know if there's something you can give me that might be able to take a few of the kilos off so I can start exercising again.
Okay, so that means you'd be happy to look after your diet to start with, because diet can make a very big difference in weight. So would you be prepared to look into your diet?
Yeah, if you think it's going to make a difference, I'm happy to talk about it.
Definitely. Yeah. So as I said, the energy that comes in through what we eat and drink will contribute to the build-up of excess weight. So there are probably things we can look at. So first of all, do you want us to look at your diet a little bit? I'm going to ask you a few questions. Shall we do that?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, if you think it's going to help, let's do it. Yeah.
So I'm just going to ask just general question, and we're going to assess your diet according to what is recommended for the healthy eating, and you just say yes or no if you're having. So
sure.
Usually in your day, do you think you're having 5 serves of vegetables? So let me tell you, a serve is usually, according to the guideline, is roughly a cup of salad or half a cup of cooked veggies. Do you think you're having 5 of those through the day?
No, it's really hard to get, I'd say 5. I might get 2 maybe.
Okay, yeah. That's fine. So what about serves of fruit? So do you think you're having at least 2 serves of fruit? So that would be an apple, a banana, at least 2 serves per day, do you think?
Well, I sometimes have fruit at breakfast, so maybe I'm getting one serve, maybe.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Now, when you talk about dairy, so you're drinking milk, are you?
Well, I don't drink milk. I'm not really drinking a lot of milkshakes or anything. I might have coffee and tea. I have milk. Yeah. So
and do you have full cream milk, or is it?
Oh yeah, I like the taste of full cream milk. Yeah.
So what about cheese? Do you have full fat cheese, or do you have low fat cheese usually?
Look, with cheese, it's just I might have a slice of cheese on a sandwich or a burger, but I don't eat cheese
Not too much, but it's full fat cheese. Would it?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't particularly go out of my way to get diet cheese. No,
it's fine. So when you're having cereals and bread and so on, do you usually choose the white option, or do you choose the full grain, with the extra fiber, the multi-grain and so on?
When I was very, very young, you either had white or brown bread, but I'd probably have that grain bread mostly. Yeah.
Mostly on the okay. So when you're having meat, you have lots of meat?
Oh, yeah, a bit of ham, sometimes a bit of corned meat for sandwiches, yeah.
So what about in hot meals? Do you have meat every day?
I like steak, chops, mince, a bit of pasta, a bit of spaghetti bell, Maybe most days of the week, yeah.
Most
I'm
days
having
of the
that
week
for dinner.
you have some meat, yeah. And so when you have meat, do you like a lot of meat, or do you just sort of have small portion?
Oh, I like a good steak, or
Okay.
a couple of chops, a few
Okay.
sausages, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Now, what about water? Do we drink water? Or do you prefer soft drinks and juices and so on?
Oh, I have juice at breakfast time. Might have a can of Coke or something throughout the day. Oh no.
You don't
Around dinner time, have a beer or two.
So what about no water through the day, do you think?
Oh, if I'm thirsty, I might have a
Okay.
glass of water. Yeah.
Okay. So what about eating out and getting takeaways and so on? Does that happen often in the week?
Yeah, look, I'm not able to go shopping that much, because it feels, just walking on with my knees is a bit much. So probably just ring up, one of those takeaway places
Yeah.
or
And
something.
so what do you have normally? Is it pizza or is it?
Oh, pizza's good, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So how often does that happen in the week?
Maybe once or twice a week.
Okay, that's pretty good. And so, what about are you a sweet tooth? Do you like cakes and muffins? And
Yeah.
do you have
Yeah,
this?
look, I like, carrot cake I like, cupcakes,
How
slices.
often do you have that through the week? If you think about it.
have a biscuit for morning tea, or a piece of cake for afternoon tea.
Yep.
So, yeah, a couple of times a day, might be having something nice, yeah.
So what about things that are very salty, such as crisps? So basically,
Oh, yeah.
the equivalent of the cakes, but on the salty side.
Yeah, I like salty things. Yeah, I like chips. So might be having, I don't know. If I'm having a burger, I'll have chips with that. But during the day, I probably am not eating chips very much. Maybe a couple of times a week, might have a
So what
packet
about
of chips.
crisps and?
Yeah, might have those 2 or 3 times a week. A packet
Okay.
of those. Yeah.
Okay. And so what about? So you mentioned you were having beer sometimes. Yes.
Yeah,
So
I like having a.
What kind of beer do you like?
It depends. If I'm not going anywhere, I might have a full strength. But if someone's coming to pick me up and we might be going somewhere, I probably don't go too heavy. So mid strengths usually. Yeah.
And are you happy just with one, or do you tend to?
Oh,
have a few?
if I'm with someone, you've got to be social. Probably have 2 or 3. Yeah.
And how often does that happen through the week? Do you think?
During the week, a couple of times a week maybe.
And then including the weekend?
Weekends about the same. 2
Okay.
or 3, on a weekend maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on average 2 to 3 of the beers, etc.